all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you've
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to pop that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now. There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good. Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too. I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. I don't know what happened with StreamYard. So I left to be on KEMPIRE and WEIGOPODCAST podcast. Hang on 1 minute. Hang on. One second. Hang on. Seeing a different thumbnail right now. Hang on, let me make sure, because y'all, I was so just, oh my Lord Jesus. Okay, hey everybody, welcome in. So I will change the thumbnail a little bit later. It should be a completely different thumbnail than what it is. Okay, there it is. It's changed. Hey everybody, welcome in to Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. Yes, I'm giving y'all 2 shows once again. Because I actually left my show to go over to KEMPIRE and WEIGOPODCAST. If you saw me there, I threw down, I said what needed to be said, and I left. So I'm giving y'all the full-fledged show one more time from the top. By the way, that thumbnail that went live, that will be for tomorrow's show, okay? Just want y'all to know that. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for you this evening. Temptation Island is coming back to Netflix on March 12th. Can't wait for that. We're going to introduce you to the 4 couples there. There is something happening that the FCC is doing to Comcast NBC Universal, and such a dumb decision. We'll talk about that. The future of cable, a really deep dive from Variety that talks about the future of cable. We'll get into that. Single Black Female, the 3rd and final installment in the Single Black Female franchise on Lifetime. There's an actress that has joined it, but she's not really an actress, but we'll talk about that. Michael B. Jordan is standing up for his brother, Jonathan Majors. We'll get to that. Apollo Nida has divorced Sheridan. We'll talk about that. Wait till you hear about this discrimination lawsuit in Missouri about Starbucks. And then finally, some good news about Wendy Williams. Hire is waiting, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour again. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background. Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music right? Yes, you do. And then there is me again. Hey, everybody, welcome in. So do not worry. This will be the full-fledged show. Usually, I will pick up right where we left off, but I'm like, I got the energy. I'm good. So welcome in, everybody. Glad to have y'all here. Let's get to the game, doing what we do. We have 8 destinations for you this evening, and here we go. We're going to kick it off with Temptation Island from Variety.com. Temptation Island heads to Netflix. Meet the 4 couples from Variety.com. Can true love pass the ultimate temptation test? That's what will be determined on a new season of Temptation Island, set to launch on Netflix on March 12th. The reality series first debuted in 2001 and aired for 3 seasons on Fox. In 2019, it was revived by USA Network and aired for 5 more seasons until 2023. This is the first time the format will be streaming. Temptation Island follows 4 couples all looking to get past something in their relationship and figure out whether they are ready to truly settle down, and they will temporarily and live in separate villas. The men will live with single women, and the women will move in with a group of single men. This show is very, very dicey. And hey, Swamp Talk with Louisiana Chick, 318, good to see you. Hello, good madam. Good to see you, gorgeous. Glad to have you here. Yes, indeed. So a lot going on. I was just on KEMPIRE and WEIGO's live. So I left my show. I left Virtual Tour Live to go over there, make it do what it do, because I'm just like, ain't no way in hell. Don't know about Carlos King. And the media nerd of social media ain't gonna get on the conversation. So left that. I said in the chat that I was coming back, and then it just ended the show. So I'm like, y'all getting a full-fledged show. I promised y'all that. honor my commitments. So here we go again. So good to see everybody coming in. Like I said, Temptation Island has been around for a very long time. I personally would never go on this show. Never, ever. Because here's the thing, right? It's already hard enough to break up with somebody or divorce somebody that was already a headache. Now you're going on national TV to try to make me out to look like something I'm not when we both may have and probably screwed up. No, I just rather break up in private, or rather divorce in private, rather than go on national television and blowing up my relationship. That's just me, but hey. And even Markel Wahlberg, who is the host that hosted it from the beginning, is like, I don't know why these people come on this show. But he does gladly take that check. I will do the same thing as well. Each week will feature a bonfire where each will be shown a snippet of what their significant other has been doing at their villa, out of context, of course. In the end, each will determine whether they leave the experiment alone with their original partner or with someone new. Markel Wahlberg, who has hosted the series from the start, returns. Meet the four couples below, rather. So Alexa and Lino. So Alexa and Lino, both 28, have been together for 3 years with this experiment. She hopes to find a bit of independence, while he wants to make sure that there are no other fish in the sea, or more specifically, on the island, who could capture his heart. Early on in their relationship, she was dishonest about dating others, leading Lino to feel like he's a second choice. He also moved cross country through town for a job. Now, truly, at the beginning, middle, end of the day, I truly believe everybody should live for themselves. You should never live for another person, because if you live for another person, you never existed in the first place. Many people have said to me, like, Bray, you got what it takes. You got the hustle, you got the drive. Why don't you move out to LA? Are you going to help me with the moving expenses? No. Then okay, then I can't do that. I can't uproot my life because you believe in me. Because even though you believe in me, I have to do the work. It's the same thing with a relationship. There is no point in you moving for someone if y'all two are not going to be on the same page of getting married, right? That's why you have your place, she has her place. But hey, that's just me. So that is Alexa and Lino. Then we got Grant and Ashley here. Both 28. Ashley and Grant have been on and off for 1.5 years. He was unfaithful in the beginning, causing her to have trust issues. She's hoping to get back in touch with her carefree self with a little help from new friends and, of course, outside suitors. He's determined to show that he's changed. Well, I mean, the words of a brother that is in jail, when a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you can do about it. And in the words of Tony Braxton, guess what? When a woman says, he wasn't man enough for me, that's really all you can do, right? So at the beginning, middle, end of the day, Grant, she doesn't believe you. She's not going to believe you. And you taking her to Temptation Island just may end the relationship. But hey, you guys went, I'll be watching. Shantae and Breon. Shantae, 29, and Breon, 26, have been dating for 1 year and want to start a family. However, she's unable to feel confident since he was involved with someone else early on in their relationship. She also struggles to believe that Byron can resist the allure of other women, especially since he has quite a fixation on bringing other people into their bedroom. Now listen. I like birthday cake ice cream. I'm not sharing it with anybody, okay? Unless, we good like that. What I mean? Because if you do matter to me, I will share what is mine with you, right? But to bring somebody into your bedroom is quite ridiculous, because it's just like, okay, at that point, just be single. Or just find somebody who is already in a polyamorous relationship for you to be an additional partner. But for you to bring somebody into the bedroom, you're not honoring your commitment to Shantae. But hey, listen. Lord Jesus, what is simple for us may be complicated for somebody else. That's what I've come to realize about life. And then finally, Taylor and Tyler. So Tyler began dating Taylor 30. Tyler, 27, began dating Taylor 30 immediately after ending a 6-year marriage, so he's never lived a single life. Through the show, he helps to better understand what he really wants in a relationship better. Meanwhile, Taylor needs reassurance that he's in this relationship for the right reasons. Ashley's been financially supporting them since Tyler left his corporate job to become a model. Now listen, I would like to believe that I can model a really good suit, right? But that doesn't mean I'm going to quit my life to go be a model, right? Because you have to do things that is within your realm of reality. And I don't believe he has model energy. I just don't believe it. But also, too, like in a relationship, it should be a two household income. She pulls her weight, you pull in your weight, right? So that's my take on all these couples. So you have, like I said, Taylor and Tyler. You have Shantae and Breon. You have Ashley, Grant and Ashley. And then you have Alexa and Lena. So, like I said, Temptation Island will be coming to Netflix on March 12th. So hopefully the trailer will be coming out soon. All right, y'all. More Virtual Joe Live coming at you right from the space right here and right now from Variety.com. FCC chairman launches probe into Comcast and NBC Universal diversity, equity, inclusion practices. He says he is concerned that they may be promoting invidious forms of discrimination. Lord Jesus. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr has taken the 47's administration war on diversity, equity, and inclusion to a new target. Comcast and NBC Universal. Carr said he sent a letter Tuesday, February 11th to ask Comcast CEO Brian Roberts to let him know that I've asked the FCC's Enforcement Bureau to open an investigation into Comcast and NBC Universal. I am concerned that his companies may be promoting invidious forms of DEI that do not comply with FCC regulations and civil rights laws. So you're opening up an investigation into another organization about what they do, but yet you have a convicted felon in the White House. And most of the people that have been up for nomination for their positions in government have been more hated than embraced. Sir, I'm gonna need you to stop. Like 45 said, get those sons of itches off the field with the NFL, and y'all didn't find him no money. Like Steve Harvey has to pay $1.5 million just for cussing on radio. Good Lord Jesus, I just can't do it. Right here, I am concerned that his companies may be, right here, that do not comply with FCC regulations and civil rights laws. Carr said in a post Wednesday on Twitter, the social network owned by Elon Musk. Despite DEI's rapid emergence in recent years, these forms of discrimination have long been condemned by American civil rights laws. Said no one ever. As the Supreme Court has written, the classifications drawn by extreme DEI policies stigmatize individuals by reason of a group identity and are, by their very definition, obsidious to a free people whose institutions are founded on commitment to equality. So like I said, they don't want us in their stores. They don't want us on e-commerce sites. They don't want us in any shape, form, or fashion in media, in video games, in beauty products, in technology. They don't want us here, there, or anywhere, the people that they are, right? But thankfully, we have autonomy to show up and show out and rise up. You know what I mean? Yes, indeed, there. The FCC will be taking steps to ensure that every company the FCC regulates complies with the civil rights protections enshrined in the Communications Agency rules, Carr said. We are starting with Comcast for the reasons set forth in my letter. In the letter to Roberts, Carr said Comcast states on its website that promoting DEI is a core value of our business, and public reports state that Comcast has an entire DEI infrastructure that includes annual DEI days, DEI training for company leaders, and similar initiatives. NBC Universal has similar DEI initiatives, including executives specifically dedicated to promoting DEI across the TV and programming side of business. Carr also wrote in the letter that because Comcast companies cover a range of sectors regulated by the FCC, including cable TV, broadband, broadcast TV, and wireless, I expect that this investigation into Comcast and NBC Universal's operations will aid in the Commission's broader efforts to root out invidious forms of DEI discrimination across all the sectors of all the sectors the FCC regulates. In a statement, Comcast spokesperson Senya Fitzmaurice said, "We have received an inquiry from the Federal Communications Commission who will cooperate with the FCC to answer questions. For decades, our company has been built on a foundation of integrity and respect for all of our employees and customers." Carr, who was named to head the FCC by 47, also wrote, "Thankfully, President 47 has taken quick, decisive action to root out the scourge of DEI. Following President 47 executive actions, we have ended the FCC's promotion of DEI." So I want to look up something real quick. Right here. Okay, let's see. So look at this here. 47's father, Fred, was a son of German immigrants, while his mother, Mary Ann McLeod, was a Scottish immigrant. 47 has 5 children from 3 wives and 10 grandchildren, right? So his father was a German and his mother was Scottish. So would that be diversity, equity, and inclusion, good sir? I think that would. Like, y'all are not really that smart at all. And so you think by opening up this investigation into Comcast and NBC Universal that you're going to stop diversity, equity, and inclusion? Y'all are making a culture war so y'all can look like y'all doing something in government. That's all you're doing. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay. Good damn. I can't do it. With 47's election to the White House for a second term, multiple companies have scaled back or eliminated DEI initiatives. Those include Meta or Facebook, Amazon, Google, PBS, Accenture, Walmart, and McDonald's. On Tuesday, Disney told senior executives that it was updating its DEI approach to replace the company's diversity and inclusion factor in its executive compensation program with a new talent strategy performance factor, which assesses how leaders uphold company values, incorporate different perspectives to drive business success, and cultivate an environment where all employees can thrive. Meanwhile, from his perch at the FCC, Carr has also taken aim at media bias, including through an investigation into alleged news distortion by CBS News 60 Minutes interview last October with then Vice President Kamala Harris. 47 is suing CBS over the 60 Minutes Harris interview, alleging the news program deceptively edited the video, and last week amended his lawsuit to demand damages of $20 billion. So the President of the United States is suing a news organization over believing that they manipulated an interview to make her look smart so he could look dumber. And you want $20 billion. Now, you already won a lawsuit from Twitter. You already won a lawsuit from ABC. Sir, what are you going to do with all the money? Because you got a lot of money to pay back for all these lawsuits. You did get convicted on sexually assaulting a woman in a New York dressing room. You got to pay $8 million, then $5 million on top of that. Not to mention you were convicted of fraud and can't serve on a New York board for 3 years. Honestly, that judge who, did what he did to 47, he should have said, nope, you did a crime, you gotta go to jail. And sure, J.D. Vance would have been president, but guess what? You do the crime, you pay the time. You do the crime, you pay. What are they saying? You do the crime, you pay the time. That's what I was trying to say. Yes. And honestly, can y'all imagine Barack Obama did a 5th quarter or half of any of this? There would be no love, grace, and space for him. It would. It would not. This is not identity politics. This is right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay? Because we all know that this color is limited in its privilege as white privilege is unlimited. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Like I said, what are you going to do with $20 million? In 2024 proxy filing, Comcast says we embrace diversity of background, culture, skills, and experience throughout our business. Our ongoing efforts in this regard are reviewed and discussed by our board and or its committees, our senior leadership teams, our Chain Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Employee Advisory Council, and our external DEI Advisory Council. Comcast supports non-employee resource groups with approximately 36,000 members and 250 chapters that are all voluntary, employee-led organizations open to all across our business, dedicated to developing the careers of our employees, contributing to community service, and building on an inclusive and collaborative workplace and culture. In addition, the company offers a variety of training programs and initiatives focused on creating a more inclusive workplace culture, including company-wide forums like our DEI speaker series, along with an enterprise-wide learning catalog. Regarding NBC Universal, the Comcast proxy filing says we strive to have diverse perspectives that resonate with a wide range of audiences in our programming at NBC Universal and in the context we distribute on our media platforms. Through our platforms, we share culturally representative stories and educate our viewers on diverse and inclusive cultures, perspectives, and experiences, including through a vast ecosystem of diverse content on Xfinity, including curated on-demand destinations, NBC Universal's The More You Know series of public service announcements, the PSAs. Like I said, I think this is a dumbass decision that the FCC is doing. It really is, because honestly, like I said, okay, all right, gorgeous, all right. On the phone, back on my computer, my other business CEO. Gotcha. Okay, gorgeous. Understood. Welcome back in. But yeah, like I said, this is a dumbass decision, because when you don't have representation, then guess what that means? We go diversify other places. And you don't realize, you conservatives who are all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. The money. The money. Without money coming into the economy, there's nothing for y'all to regulate. Hey, Play the Ace, good to see you. Yes, indeed, all is well. I was on KEMPIRE's and Ouija Go's podcast. Well, I was on KEMPIRE's live with Ouija Go. Either way, it was a podcast live. What have you? They were talking about Carlos King. Went up there. Actually, I left this edition of Virtual Tour Live. Went there. Waited for a little bit. Said what I needed to say, and then I was going to come back here, but StreamYard cut out. So I'm like, you know what? I got time. I'm going to give y'all a full-fledged show. So I started the show all the way over just for y'all, because I honor my commitments. So all is well, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, like I said, when you're not seeing representation and that money goes to other places, then guess what? Eventually, those brands, those hair products, those beauty products, those clothing brands, the technology companies, the furniture companies, all these different brands, right? Guess what? They take their ad dollars away. And then do you know what that means? That means the economy tanks. Because last time I checked, ABC, NBC, CBS News is bigger than Fox News. And so even though the president doesn't like ABC, NBC, and CBS, he needs those platforms in order to get his message out. Y'all do know me as the fourth branch of government. There's the legislative, judicial, executive, and media. Media is the fourth branch of government. Know your history, everybody. Yes, indeed. All right, y'all. More Virtual Tour Live coming at you right from this space right here and right now. So, this was a pretty long article, but I don't mind reading it again because it was that good read. So here we go from Variety. Inside the TV cable hospice, can NBC Universal's divorce from MSNBC's Sci-Fi E and more prolong the life of once popular channels? So as you can see here, you got sports, you have movies, you have your news division over there. Over here, if we zoom in, that is E! News. That's the Golf Channel. That's Rachel Maddow. That is Rotten Tomatoes. I thought that was Rooster Teeth. But that's Warner Bros. Discovery. That's Rotten Tomatoes, and then that's Sci-Fi. So, in the early 1980s, when cable TV was young and music videos were on the cutting edge, Doug Herzog used to fly coach for his job as a junior MTV programming executive. When he traveled, Herzog would make a point of wearing something with with the familiar logo. He will pack a generous amount of MTV branded swag, t-shirts, hats, tote bags. At the check-in counter, if the ticket agent was under 50, Herzog would almost always get a question around there or comment about MTV. When he did, he was quick to offer the agent a free t-shirt or hat. The next thing you know, you're flying first class. Herzog recalls, that was absolute currency. People love those MTV signed jackets and would kill for one back in the day. And then here is the cover of Variety here. Deep Cuts, NBC Universal is the first of Hollywood's majors to take the plunge into TV's post-cable future. It won't be the last. So I want to show y'all something real quick. Because I covered this. Let's see here. NBC Universal on the channel right here. So I covered this about 3 months ago, right? Because there was a rumor that NBC Universal could be selling off their cable networks, right? So I did this video here. Is NBC Universal and Bravo getting divorced? It got too off camera, huh? So that was just a rumor. Then I was live on tour, and some breaking news happened that NBC Universal followed through with it. Now, you can see here all the networks here. So Sci-Fi, MSNBC, CNBC, the E Network, Oxygen, USA Network, Golf Channel, NBC News, also Fandango, Rotten Tomatoes, Sports Engine, Golf Channel. All those got spun off, but Bravo stayed with NBC Universal. And in the same token of that, right? Because like I said, I keep up with everything. Right here in this video, right here where you see will own be up for sale, Warner Bros. Discovery has separated the linear television networks from the studios and streamers, which means, like NBC Universal is separating those cable networks from the resources of NBC, those networks are now separated at Warner Bros. Discovery from the studios and the streamers, so they don't have those resources anymore. So could those networks be up for sale? So like I said before, if you understand the moves that are being made, you'll understand what's in front of you. Okay, let's roll on. Today, you can still buy MTV shirts at Target, but nobody's getting a seat upgrade on the strength of a free branded network hat. MTV's fortunes have declined so far that most Gen Z and Gen Alpha consumers have never seen more than a few minutes of the channel, other than old clips harvested on TikTok and YouTube. Few still have actually watched MTV via an old-fashioned cable TV subscription. Well, that's because y'all run ridiculousness 24/7 and y'all don't take any swings in content. Oh, I forgot Love and Hip Hop Atlanta's on MTV. 2 shows. Not to mention, you got rid of MTV News and deleted the archives. All y'all had to do was transition MTV from music television to movement television, because behind technology, behind home design, behind fashion, behind video games, behind television, behind video games, behind anything in media culture and what people are interested in is a movement behind it. That's all you had to do was just transition. But you couldn't do that. And MTV is now alone. The traditional cable television business that gave rise to CNN, USA Network, ESPN, Nickelodeon, TNT, Discovery Channel, and A&E Network is in steady decline. Some will call it a state of decay, made worse by a woeful lack of investment. Although cable has been waning for years, industry veterans are still stunned to see long-established brands evaporating against the competitive challenge posed by streaming platforms. In recent years, the money and resources that NBC Universal once funneled into channels like USA and Sci-Fi have been diverted to build up NBC Universal's Peacock platform, for example. And nothing is more symbolic of cable's hard times. The news announced in late November by NBC Universal's parent company Comcast that it was selling off most of its linear cable channels. Comcast, the largest provider of cable and broadband service in the country, makes most of its money from providing the northeastern United States with high-speed internet access and cable TV subscriptions. NBC Universal will hold on to the NBC network and the ever-buzzy Bravo, but will essentially divorce itself from the not inconsiderable problems faced by the 7 outlets that were once the backbone of NBC's Universal TV division. USA Network, CNBC, MSNBC, Sci-Fi, Oxygen Media, and the Golf Channel. Also include our digital access like Fandango and Rotten Tomatoes. So I want to bring something up. We are boycotting Target. All right then. Okay. All right. Listen, I feel you, Swamp Talk. I really do. I'll give my opinion on that because I think when it comes to these cable networks, by the way, TNT Gmop, thank you so much. And by the way, to everybody that shouted me out in KEMPIRE's chat, I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. By the way, thank you to some people that were just here. I saw y'all. Thank you so much. But sincerely, one love, much love, all love. KEMPIRE is great, but also too, there was no way in hell that life was going to go down, and you wasn't going to see your man, your friend, family member over there throwing it down. Okay, so I want to just thank you all for that. But to Swamp Talk's point about boycotting Target, when you really think about cable television really fuels the retail industry. Because think about it. For example, since we're talking about Target, I'm just using Target as an example. Let's say Target wants a really, really big deal with ABC, right? But ABC can't really do it because they already are tied up in other commitments. But that doesn't mean Target can't go over to Lifetime. That doesn't mean they can't go over to A&E. That doesn't mean they can't go over to Freeform, right? So having these cable networks for Target and other advertisers allows them to stretch their reach to us, the consumers. So if these cable networks go away, then the advertisers will have to fight for airtime on all 5 networks. You see, the 5 networks are ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, and the CW. So it's really mind-boggling to me that these legacy media companies are investing in streaming, not recognizing that streaming should be a resource, not the source. Streaming should be a resource, not the source. Streaming should be the resource, not streaming should be a resource, not the source. And I'm gonna say that for this reason. Let me bring this up here. Hang on. Because I'm going to show y'all my media kit. See here, I'm gonna show y'all my media kit. Earn, Brand Connect, Media Kit. Okay, here we go. Here's my media kit. So as you can see right here, those are my demographics. 82.8% female, 17.2% male. The age demographics I have: 25 to 34, 9.7%. 35 to 44, 14.6%, 45 to 54, 24.2%. So the target demographic for advertising to people is 25 to 54. That's from young people to grown people. I have all those ages. 55 to 64, 30.8%. 65 plus, 20.7%. I want y'all to know something. 45 to 65 usually will be watching linear television because TV has always been here. But 25 to 44 usually is on streaming, right? So you have streaming for the younger crowd and you have linear television for the older crowd. Here's the problem that legacy media misses. Just like fast food, they always have something new on the menu, right? If you don't keep your menu fresh, then what's the point of going to that fast food chain? The reason why legacy media is where it's at now is because they have offered nothing new on the menu with these networks. What do you want me to do? When's the last time that you watched BET? When's the last time you watched the Oprah Winfrey Network? When's the last time you watched TBS? When's the last time you watched any of these networks? Everybody's going to streaming because there is a energy to streaming that there is something new on the menu all the time, you see. Now, if we continue with my media kit, where am I here? Okay. We continue with my media kit. Here are the audience interests here. Comedy movie fans, very high. Fashionistas, very high. Bargain hunters, very high. Frequently visit salons, very high. Business professionals, high. Now, that's the audience interests. This chart shows what your channel's audience is interested in compared to viewers across YouTube and how much this audience is interested in that category. So as you can see, the audience share is pretty consistent across these 5 interests for my audience. Now, here is where it switches up. Right here. Shopping interests, real estate, very high. TV, video, streaming, subscription services, very high. Mother's Day shopping, high. Mother's Day flowers and green cards, high. Pet supplies, high. And you're probably wondering, Brandon, why are you bringing your media kit into this article? Because when it comes to programming, they think of those demographics that I showed you, but they also look at what the audience is interested in to watch, but they also are interested in what their consumers spend money on. So they can figure out a way to make it accessible for you to receive products and services, but they can make it in an engaging format. There it is. That's why TikTok Shop is so big. It combines live, real, tactile content with products and services that have personality. There it is. So if TikTok can have 170 million people, which is basically a television network, and TikTok has new content every day, then why can't linear television networks invest in their content? You see. Let's get back to the article. Right here. Okay. Actually, before that, though, I'm going to do one more thing here. One more thing. Let's see here. One more thing. Because I did a live where I predicted where all these networks could go. Go back right here. So right here. So I said E to Disney, Golf Channel to Warner Bros. Discovery, aka TNT Sports, EW Scripts, Oxygen going to EW Scripts rather, aka Ion Mystery, USA to Netflix, Sci-Fi to Paramount, MSNBC, CNBC, Disney, ABC Disney, Legacy Media, and Amazon New Media. Now I'm gonna walk you through why I said everything I said. E could go to Disney because E does not have a general entertainment network. Now, Lifetime is a woman-led network, right? I mean, they have Married at First Sight that will be moving over to Peacock, right? But also, what did I tell you about Married at First Sight? If it's going to be on Peacock, there's a chance that Married at First Sight could come to Bravo as well. But with Disney, they could combine E with Freeform, and Freeform is supposed to be like this young adult network. Nickelodeon, took the Teen Nick Saturday, Sunday night program block, made a whole network that was the chairman of Teen Nick, but it really didn't go anywhere because why? Teens and young adults are streaming. Yeah. Golf Channel probably going over to TNT Sports because TNT Sports is now a part of Warner Bros. Discovery because of Inside the NBA on TNT, and they lost the NBA rights. But Inside the NBA will still be produced by TNT Sports and is licensed to ESPN. Oxygen, which used to be a woman-led network, a woman content or programming network, to the point where Oprah had an investment in the network, to the point where she had Oprah after the show. Now it's the true crime network. You combine that with Ion Mystery, it becomes the biggest true crime mystery channel of all time. I said USA going over to Netflix. Now some of you are probably thinking, well, why does Netflix need a TV network? I'm glad you asked. I'm so glad that you asked. Come on, USA Network. Here it is here. As of November 2023, USA Network is available to approximately 70 million paid television U.S. households in the United States. Do you know what's going to be on USA Network? WWE SmackDown. Do you know what's on Netflix? Anybody? 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 WWE Monday Night Raw is on Netflix. So who's to say, right, that, hey, guess what? Tune in to Monday Night Raw on Netflix, but right after that, tune into the WWE Monday Night Raw after show that will be broadcasting live on Netflix and USA Network. If USA Network was owned by Netflix, now, because there's so many production companies that they pitch to Netflix and Netflix don't want to take them, now you have a outlet for those overflow shows, which streaming is the overflow home for the linear network content. Because there's so many production companies that pitch in linear networks that, okay, it doesn't work here, but we have a streaming platform. Like I said, streaming should be a resource, not the source. Okay. Let's go back to my predictions here. I said sci-fi to Paramount because you have Star Trek. Star Trek is huge. You have Twilight Zone. So imagine if sci-fi was owned by Paramount, they're able to take their sci-fi library at Paramount and investing into sci-fi. Then you have MSNBC and CNBC, which is their cable news network and their business news network. ABC already has ABC News Live. So imagine them getting MSNBC. Now, ABC has their own cable news network, right? So now you have balance, right? So you have Fox, who is one of the major broadcast networks that has Fox News. Now you have ABC, who has MSNBC. And then CNBC will basically be the answer to Fox Business News channel. But then you have Amazon. And I said Amazon because you guys remember when Brian Williams did the election night special on Amazon Prime Video. And Amazon said this should not be an indication of us getting into news programming. But then an article from Variety.com said that they're looking into news specials with Brian Williams. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. With all good damn. Sorry. With all that being said, now you think about Amazon. Now, Amazon has the Washington Post, owned by Jeff Bezos. Hang on, y'all. Once I'm making me some bar. Hang on. Hang on. All right. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry for choking like that. All right. So back to this point. Like I said, Amazon, right? The CEO, well, the former CEO, Jeff Bezos, owns the Washington Post. So now imagine the Washington Post and Amazon having a news network. Bring Brian Williams in, you bring some journalists that have retired, but they want to come back, but they want to have their own voice, and new journalists that haven't got the time of day. And also you bring in social commentators, political commentators, financial commentators. So it becomes a news commentary network, right? Daytime is news, evening is commentary, okay? And then because Amazon is the biggest e-commerce retailer in the world, by the way, they just surpassed Walmart in terms of revenue for the first time ever. Now you also have a business news network within Amazon's arsenal. You see. So that's how I broke that down. Now Fandango, I think Fandango could expand to, live concert tickets, Comic-Con, CES, they could be the ticket provider for that. And then Rotten Tomatoes, they could be owned by AMC Theaters or Cinemark or Regal Theaters. You know what I mean? Or better yet, Rotten Tomatoes, even though it's a movie review website, it's also for TV shows. It can be for podcasts. It can be for content creators to review content creators' content. And that could be a social media site. Now, where could it go, per se? I think I would probably give it to Roku, probably. Because Roku already has the devices, right? They already have the content. So now you have an entertainment social media website. There you go. And then, like I said, Sports Engine, which, helps sports leagues figure out their schedules and stuff. You can give that to Exploring Goods or Academy Sports and Outdoors. So let's get back to the article here. If that's not an inflection point enough for the biz, there are also big shifts afoot elsewhere. This year, Warner Bros. Discovery ad-support entertainment networks have a new leader in Channing Dungey, who is applying a different course for channels like TNT and TBS and Discovery, while keeping her primary focus on running Warner Brothers TV Group. And Paramount Global is about to be acquired by Skydance. If you need intel on that, just type in Skydance, click the live, and I'll fill you with everything that you need to know. Which brings with it a new leadership team that likely has its own ideas about what to do with a once vibrant collection of cable brands, include like MTV and Comedy Central. So I said in the last virtual tour live before it cut off all of a sudden, I said, listen, you see the com and comedy. So bring in internet personalities in addition to comedians. Now, the internet can talk about what's funny, and comedians can stomp on making people laugh. So the internet feels the comedy feels the internet. There it is. And the MTV, like I said, movement television. Very, very simple rebrand. And then I said with TNT, I said together navigating tastefully. So imagine docuseries, dramas, live events, together navigating tastefully through the worlds of cooking, through the worlds of technology, making it more of a human interest channel. And then TBS being a unscripted network called the Taking Bold Steps Network, taking bold steps in the world of dating, taking bold steps in the world of technology, taking bold steps in home design, and making everything unscripted. See, here's the thing. Like I said, if you're not providing anything new on the menu, why should I come watch your network? That being said, let's roll on. How quickly things changed after Netflix revolutionized the way we watch TV. Since the rise of that platform, the media giants that own the largest cable channels have turned their focus to building up streaming services. Peacock, which comes from NBC, Max, Warner Bros. Discovery, Disney Plus, and Hulu comes from ABC Disney, and Paramount, which is CBS, are now the flagship outlets for the conglomerates or legacy media, serving as a cable replacement for a new breed of TV viewers. Amid this generational transition, long-established outlets that still generate solid profits have been left to wither on the vine. Many industry veterans are dismayed at how quickly big media gave up on the channel brands that helped introduce the concept of cable TV service to Americans in the 1980s and offered up an invaluable dual revenue stream. Others caution against engaging in nostalgia, and they note that consumers have been voting with their wallets for 15 years. In the U.S., cable and satellite service subscriptions peaked at roughly 100 million households in 2010. That amounted to a penetration rate of 90% of all TV homes in the country. Today, that number stands at 85 million, which accounts for about 65% of available households. So what that tells you is that even though the subscriptions went down, it's still in the millions, which means those people are still there based on the consistency and the tenacity of the network. But you can't hold on to your audience based on consistency and tenacity. You do have to give them something to watch in order for them to stay. These brands are just basically gone. It's a real shame. There's just an abject lack of strategy at most of these enterprises that just confounds you, says Evan Shapiro, a veteran of New York's once thriving cable programming scene, who is now a media analyst and a New York University adjunct professor. In many cases, they're just not decisions. It's just, we're going to make cuts to improve the bottom line, but we're not going to make choices about where we're investing. Otherwise, that's how you get where you are. So here's what they're keeping. That looks like Universal logo, Peacock Today, Bravo, and looks like Saturday Night Live, I'm assuming. And then all the networks are selling: MSNBC, E! Network, Oxygen, Golf Channel, and then Sci-Fi to sell. Comcast will take a complicated stock transaction to cleave off the channels into a small, still unnamed new company, currently referred to as SpinCo, although NBC Universal marketers and a few outside firms are currently brainstorming new names whose stock will largely be owned by Comcast shareholders. Besides NBC and Bravo, slimmed down, NBC Universal will continue to operate Peacock, Telemundo, and the sizable Universal Film and TV studios. The Universal theme parks and the Sky Pay TV service that operates in the UK, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, and Ireland. The deal is expected to close by the end of this year. My first instinct was, wow, they're building an iceberg bravely facing the sun, says Herzog of SpinCo. I honestly don't know what to make of it. Herzog was there at the peak of cable, overseeing networks including MTV, Comedy Central, USA Network throughout his career, but left Viacom as the head of its music group in 2017. Comcast is pitching the spinoff plan as a best-case scenario for both companies. NBC Universal gets to focus on programming two strong networks that aim for distinct audiences and provide the most watched elements of its Peacock stream, specifically live sports and that addictive Bravo fare. On the production side, Universal Studio Group still sells shows to rivals, including Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and CBS, which gives the marketplace clout beyond NBC Universal's walls. Streamlined NBC Universal is projected to generate $40 billion in annual revenue. Meanwhile, SpinCo's channels are projected to bring in $7 billion. And the company will shoulder minimal debt when the stock spinoff is completed. Mark Lazarus, longtime NBC Universal executive, will exit as part of the spinoff to take the helm of SpinCo as CEO. We believe we got a strong set of assets, says Lazarus, who notes that NBC Universal over the past decade has been afraid to shut down underperforming cable networks, including Esquire, which was off of the magazine. Clue, the Clue network, I think, was like a murder mystery network. CLOO network. So Clue, formerly known as Sleuth, was dedicated to crime and mystery dramas. That's what I was thinking. G4, the NBC Sports Network, as of next month, and Universal Kids. We talked about Universal Kids, and I said, what if that could be the black network for NBC Universal? Now, a lot of people, black people, watch Bravo, but it's not a black network. Now, Paramount's black network is BET until they sell it, because they're at $15.6 billion worth of debt. Disney does not have a black network. NBC does not have a black network, but conveniently, the FCC commissioned the networks to make more black channels. So under NBC was Aspire, not Pluto TV, that's CBS free advertising video on demand service, but Aspire, Clio, and Afro TVs under NBC. Then you have Fox Soul, CBS, so Fox Soul, and then NBC doesn't have it, and then you have the CW, right? So those are all the networks with black channels. G4 was supposed to be the network for nerds, geeks, and the fans of the culture. They covered Comic-Con live from the convention floor, the Consumer Electronics Show, and E3. The problem with G4 is they never could be stable enough to recognize their identity, because Epic Universe is about to open May 22nd, 2025. So if they were to stay on it, they would be covering the grand opening. But NBC did not know what to do with itself. So there it is. With the channels that are left, Lazarus sees opportunity in live sports. The USA Network will still get to carry the Olympics even after the separation. It also has Premier League soccer or football and NASCAR, while golf is bulking up his business in that niche pastime. At E, he points to that channel's live red carpet coverage. And there's new digital opportunities with MSNBC and CNBC, which, by the way, CNBC, which just launched its own streaming platform. The hope is that with tighter focus, SpinCo's leaders will find better ways to manage the decline and possibly even rehabilitate its channels with new original programming. And new original programming, right? If we go back up, right here, if USA Network, CNBC, MSNBC, Sci-Fi, E, Oxygen, Golf Channel, Fandango, and Rotten Tomatoes, if they each had their own production studios, they can make shows to sell to all the other networks, to sell to NBC, to sell to Bravo, to sell to Mundo, and you can also sell to Peacock. So the networks aren't bad. Y'all just are not investing shit into the networks. Okay, moving on. I don't play about this media game at all. I know. Meanwhile, here's a rarity in the business right now. SpinCo is hiring as it decamps from NBCU. It needs to develop a news gathering operation, including a new head of that operation. Report to the interim MSNBC Prixie, Rebecca Cutler, for MSNBC, now that it no longer has access to MSNBC's resources. So, those of you who don't know, the former head of MSNBC, former CEO of MSNBC, Rashida Jones, she stepped down. SpinCo is currently discussing how to properly separate MSNBC and CNBC from NBC News. So, guess what? It's still NBC and MSNBC and NBC and CBC still. That may include moving some of NBC News staffers or entities over to MSNBC. And in sports, SpinCo will have to build a team to manage its league deals, although it will outsource production mostly to NBC Sports. MSNBC doesn't currently have a streaming project, and CNBC just launched CNBC Plus, which is in its early stages. Lazarus notes that most of the NBC News digital investment has gone toward the news group, NBC News Now and Today, but with SpinCo cash flow, it can now build new ancillary offshoots around the linear cable products that includes more events, newsletters, audio, and other subscription offerings on top of the traditional networks. Today has Today Radio on Sirius XM. Willie Geist just did a live event last year. He did an event with Sunday Today, and same thing with CBS Sunday Morning. They had like a live event that people come out to. We will now have the money to be able to invest into these businesses. Lazarus says we have the ability now to put investment focus into the digital future of MSNBC and CNBC for their very passionate and loyal audiences. None of the sports that are on USA or Golf Channel currently stream, so we have a digital future ahead of us in sports. It may be our own or maybe with third-party distributors. Fandango has a real broad digital opportunity. And honestly, if I was in charge, I would definitely do Fandango Entertainment News on G4. I would definitely try to figure out how Fandango and Rotten Tomatoes can combine with G4 and make that the network for the fans of the fans and by the fans. That's exactly what I would do. And there's a huge market for it. Like I said, sometimes the best CEOs are not the ones in suits in offices. Sometimes the best CEOs are in the bed, wrapped up in a blanket with their knowledge. Yes, indeed. And we will have the capacity to do mergers and acquisitions to bring in businesses that we think can be accretive to both our bottom line and our strategy. Could that be more networks, perhaps? Perhaps rivals rather shed their channels. Lazarus cautions that SpinCo isn't looking to add properties just for the sake of bulking up, but he's open to properties that could bring real strategic value to the company. Across town, companies like Paramount Global and Warner Bros. Discovery will likely be keeping an eye on how Comcast orchestrates this divorce and what SpinCo does with its assets. There's little doubt others will consider a similar move to shed cable networks that are underperforming. The biggest problem is that Wall Street thinks linear cable channels can't be revived, given that the subscriber base for cable is shrinking every year as more households come forward and younger families never sign up. We believe that linear TV's decline in the United States is irreversible, but that there's no immediate cliff. We expect the decline will be a steady one that will take years to reach its final conclusion, says Naveen Sharma, media entertainment managing editor for S&P Global Ratings. However, he warns every day the companies hold on to the linear networks, they become less valuable. The cable really have to collapse so fast. Shapiro can name the moment, 2019, that the entertainment giants hit the point of no return for their cable assets. Over the course of 12 months, all of them launched streaming services without advertising. Says, what the fuck? What were you thinking? They all chased a business model that all of us knew theoretically didn't work. Like you went from a dual revenue stream to a single revenue stream, and you thought that was going to be totally okay. It wasn't. Netflix's April 2022 earnings report dropped a bomb, a stunning subscriber loss, which sent its stock price plummeting. That left everyone who destroyed their cable business to launch streamers suddenly regret their hasty pivot, but stuck with the reality of what they've done. In the case of USA Network, NBCU had turned its back on a brand at its zenith, roughly between 2005 and 2015, was a destination for popcorn hits like Monk, Burn Notice, White Collar, Suits, Royal Pains, Mr. Robot. USA audience had also been bolstered for decades by its long associated with pro wrestling via WWE's Monday Night Raw. USA averaged as many as 3.3 million viewers in primetime at its peak in 2009. My uncle, God rest his soul, he'd be in the living room, go over to visit him. He'll be watching Raw every Monday night faithfully. And then my aunt in their bedroom will be watching sci-fi repeatedly. These days, USA Network is in the scripted biz. WWE is now on Netflix. WWE Raw, is now on Netflix, where repeats of USA's legal procedural Suits have also enjoyed a smash second life. A Suits LA revival is heading to NBC, but not USA. But at least USA Mesh keeps some WWE. But SmackDown was on USA Network along with Monday Night Raw, but then SmackDown went over to Fox. And now SmackDown's coming back to USA Network. Sports and repeats have kept the lights on, but last year USA slumped to number 9 in cable with an average of 673,000 viewers. You're still number 9 in cable. You're still in the top 10. You just got to figure out how to capitalize on that, right? While the long-term prognosis is bad, cable networks for the foreseeable future are still profitable revenue generators. February 5th, Disney CEO Bob Iger was pressed by Wall Streeters on his long-term vision for ABC, Disney Channel, Disney Jr., Freeform, and a handful of other channels. He's not blind to the realities at hand, but he's resolute about pay TV, which has been the single biggest driver of earnings for Hollywood's largest entertainment conglomerates for more than 2 decades. The linear networks our company are not a burden at all. They're actually an asset. Iger said, we are funding them at levels that give us the ability to enhance our overall television business. That obviously includes and leans into streaming, which is really the future of the television business. So streaming should be a resource, not the source. Streaming should be a resource, not the source. Streaming should be a resource, not the source. Because without linear television, you can't have any overflow on your streaming platform. Now, streaming is becoming more and more of a constant stay, But here's the thing. Most of the time, the shows that are on these streaming platforms have usually been on linear television first. They're like, why did I see this show on TV? And that brings up the credibility of linear television networks. On the MVPD side, Chart Communications recently reported that it has seen a slowdown in cord cutting thanks to new skinnier bundles as well as recent deals that has allowed it to bundle streams like Peacock with its cable packages. Maybe that helps the ecosystem sharper. Set the skinny down in these bundles, I think should be attractive to customers, but is that enough to reverse the trends? So where does cable go from here? Network carriage fees still make a tremendous difference when it comes to the bottom line for companies like Disney, Paramount Global, and Warner Bros. Discovery. But Comcast is diversified enough with its broadband and cable TV service, parks, and other assets that it can give up the cable network revenue without taking too much of a hit. For instance, Comcast cable networks, according to Sharma, represent just 5% of its total $38 billion of earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. So spinning off cable makes sense if you're trying to carve out business that is secular, as in secular decline, he says. It's much tougher for companies now like Paramount Global and Warner Bros. Discovery, which really depend on that cable cash flow. Meanwhile, a handful of independent cable companies are still investing in original fare to keep the lights on, AMC Networks and Hallmark among them, but they are doing so while experimenting with their own boutique streaming offerings, AMC Plus and Hallmark Plus, while others have retreated from commissioning expensive scripted series, mostly dramas. AMC Networks have been invested in the company. For instance, acquired the TV rights to A Wrath of Annie Wright and rights books. In 2020, AMC has 3 rights-inspired supernatural production of dramas and production. Interview with a Vampire, which has been huge, by the way. Mayfair Witches and the upcoming Anne Rice, Tal Mosca, The Secret, or even more in the development pipeline. Not all of AMC networks are active. IFC, Independent Film Channel, and Sundance TV, off the Sundance Film Festival, mostly run old repeats now, but flagship AMC is still churning out a robust slate of originals that could be a model for SpinCo's major properties. Nobody at AMCN has their head in the sand, said Dan Dermott, the president of entertainment at AMC Networks and AMC Studios. AMC licensed some of its shows to Netflix, which makes them much more widely available to AMC's target audience than they are on linear television. The licensing fees that Netflix pays for shows also help AMC make up for the linear losses. As McDermott puts it, the AMC channel is a meaningful first window for AMC shows, but now we have all these other windows now. USA and Turner networks have, in recent times, given up any pretense of maintaining a programming brand, but now Dungy and her team are considering developing some modestly budgeted original series to breathe new life into TNT and TBS. Perhaps that can be a return to the We Know Drama brand, or Boom at TNT, or the very funny comedy ethos at TBS. An incoming SpinCo Entertainment president, Val Borland, another NBC Universal veteran who will go with the new company, is believed to also be looking at stocking channels like USA and Sci-Fi with more blue sky fare. But you don't have to shovel your profits over to the other parts of the company. You can reinvest those profits in the programming, says former USA Network president Chris McCumber. You can reinvest them into partnerships. There's a lot of smart investments you can make if you remember the shows that we did in the Characters Welcome era, Blue Skies at USA Network. Those weren't big budget shows. It wasn't movie star television, but it was really great TV. There's definitely a way to do comedies, dramas, and any sort of program. You can do that very, very efficiently now. Lazarus agrees. We've told the industry that we're open to business. Bring us your ideas, he says. We'll continue to invest to put a balance between our sports, our original content, and our acquisitions. While NBC Universal Cable Networks currently feed Peacock, once they move to SpinCo, they'll be free agents. Lazarus sees opportunity in finding secondary windows for successful series on his channels. McCumber emphasized that SpinCo has a small window of opportunity to rebuild while USA still has solid revenue coming in the door. He likens it a little bit to Back to the Future for SpinCo. Remember this, the channels are incredibly profitable right now. Not as profitable as they may be as they maybe were 5 years ago, right? But if you look at USA Network alone, that's $1 billion business. When they are coupled with the mothership of NBC Universal, they have to contribute to other areas of the company that are now prioritized like Peacock. When we couple them with the mothership, they become the priority. And I will definitely agree with that, because the more you have these networks feeding the big machine, the more the other networks become the small machine, right? So now that you don't have to feed into the big machine, now you can become your own machine. Like I always say, when it comes to reality TV, the network wants to be here, the star to be down here. They never want the star to be here, the network to be here. Producers like Jeff Watchell see an opportunity to be entrepreneurial around program for the Spinco Networks. Watchell is a veteran cable programmer and studio executive who drove USA's programming to its mid-2010s peak. He is now producing shows with unusual finance and distribution models from outlets like Fox and CW to other linear-based networks that were reinvented over the past few years of an emphasis on live sports and more budget-conscious acquisitions. Like those two networks, Spinco properties will need to brainstorm some innovative ways to secure programming, and that's where industry savvy comes in. You hear it's hopeless when the model is broken, Marshall says, but survivors know that that's just an opportunity. At USA, we did some good shows. We were able to be conservative with how we built things out. We were able to create not just a brand for the network, but shows that had a value that they lived beyond that. There's still a real opportunity to do that. There's still a real opportunity to do that at a few places, rather. Looks like Channing is talking about doing that at TNT. We'll see what Spinco becomes. Can they bring people back? Sure. But I think it was kind of silly to have given up what they already established. Yes, but you can do it again. The other strategy they might be looking at is why Bravo survived. It has a real live, relevant beating heart revolving around Andy Cohen and his Watch What Happens talker and cast reunion specials. Why not take that along with a page from the early rebellious days of cable and lean into low-cost, live, personality-driven programming and terrestrial programming? Like Slime Time Live. So basically, it was a programming block. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Here it is here. Here we go.
Oh, there's donkeys, cakes, and whipped cream, hats, and slippery floors on Slime Time Live, SpongeBob pants and nasty feet, and
oh, good
Slime Time Live, Slime Time Live, nuts on a skateboard, Slime Time Live. And there's love and tears and Susie Slop and Guy in a diaper, Slime Time Live, pies and pies and pies and pies and Jessica Pies and Slime Time Live, Slime Time Live, Slime Time Live, fish in a blender, Slime Time Live, Slime Time Live, Slime Time Live, every weekday 2 to 5, Slime Time Live, Slime Time Live, pickle on a helmet, on it.
So that was an interterrestrial show where there will be cartoons, and then during the commercial break it will be an actual show. So that could be very possible. You know what I mean? Very, very possible. I remember when I talked about bringing back Slime Time Live as a primetime show, or bringing back Slime Time Live under the CW. For those of you who don't know what CW is, CW was a joint venture between Paramount, CBS, and Warner Bros. Discovery. But now Nexstar Media Group owns 75% of it. Boom, right here. Talk to your audience, suggest Herzog. I don't see people taking chances like they used to, either on the high end, like HBO might have on in the old days, or on the low end, like MTV and Comedy Central back then. We did because we have no resources. We had no money. We were just like, fuck it, let's try this. We're not going to go broke doing it. Let's see what happens. And if it doesn't work, at least cable will go down swinging. As Herzog says, survival is not mandatory. So, a very, very deep article into the world of cable television. Absolutely incredible and amazing. So, we're going to take a little commercial break. But when we come back, we got Single Black Female, the third and final installment. There's a new actress. She's not an actress, y'all. But we'll talk about it. Michael B. Jordan is standing up for Jonathan Majors. Apollo, Nida, and Sheridan got divorced. We'll talk about that. Wait till you hear about this story about Starbucks, about discrimination in Missouri. And some good news, Wendy Williams. We have a lot more coming up here. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Welcome to Copeland's.
Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big. Or if you like, too small. Copeland's. There's always something good.
Sweet boy, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you are found. I come from your face. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll do that. Don't you leave here to go to happiness. I want you to leave here to show
I'm loving it.
Loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brantley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all you here. We kicked off the show with Temptation Island, introducing you to the 4 couples that will be on the new season of Temptation Island coming to, wait for it, Netflix right there on March 12th. Should be a good time there. Then we talked about a probe from the FCC into Comcast NBC Universal for DEI. Even though you have a convicted felon running the White House and all y'all just trying to erase us in any way you can because all y'all fucking racist bigots and everything in between. Then we just talked about a very deep dive article about the future of cable television from Warner Brothers Discovery, from Paramount, but mostly the article focused on NBC Universal because, like I said, NBC is selling off their cable networks or spinning off their cable networks that could potentially be sold. So, all right, y'all, more Virtual Tour Live coming at you right from this space right here, right now. Let me go right back up to the top of this. Right here we go. From Deadline.com, Portia Williams joins Lifetime's single black female 3 cast with Raven Goodwin, Amber Riley, and Kate Michelle returning for the final chapter. I think Nzinga Amani could have been a part of this. I'm just saying. Let's give you the buck. Dominique Fishback could have joined this. I'm trying to think who else. It's got to be one more black. It's got to be one more black woman. You know what? China and McClain could have done this. But anyway, let's roll on, child. Lifetime Lifetime's final installment of the single black female franchise starring Goodwin and Riley and K. Michelle has recruited Real Housewives of Atlanta star Portia Williams. Single Black Female 3, the final chapter, is set to premiere on Saturday, March 22nd at 8/7 Central, only on Lifetime, with Williams joining as Detective Ebony Williams. The final chapter of the Single Black Female franchise picks up when Monica Goodwin has been finally exonerated after being wrongfully convicted of murder, but her freedom comes at a price. So the charges against her have been dropped. The stain of suspicion lingers, and reclaiming her life, her career, and the trust of those around her is proven to be an uphill battle. Meanwhile, the real threat is yet to vanish. Simone Riley, now a fugitive, has fled to a convent in Mexico, having no choice but to abandon Houston, along with the one thing she truly cared about, her daughter Joy Candy Chanel. When a terrifying nightmare shakes her to her core, Simone becomes convinced Joy is in danger, returns to Houston for a final reckoning between the sisters. It only is a matter of time before old grudges will surface and Monica and Simone comes face to face. K. Michelle reprises her role as Monica's best friend. Baby. Williams is best known for starring on Bravo's Real Housewives of Atlanta for 9 seasons and has returned to the franchise in the upcoming season, premiering in March. The reality TV star's previous acting credits include Sharknado, 5 Global Swarming 2017, Stepping Back to Love 2020, Insecure 2020, Zootopia Plus 2022, and Pretty Stone 2023. Williams teased her return to acting last year when Deadline interviewed her at Bravo Fan Fest. The Single Black Female franchise is based on 1992's thriller White Single Female, which in turn is an adaptation of John Lutz's 1990 novel Single White Female Seeks Sane. Single Black Female premiered on Lifetime in 2022 and averaged more than 8 million total viewers across linear and digital platforms. So linear and digital, and by the way, most ratings are from linear and digital platforms. So you're investing all this money to digital platforms, not recognizing it's the linear that's going to drive your digital subscriptions, not your digital that's going to drive your network, your linear television network, rather. This television movie was the #1 original non-holiday movie of 2022, a sequel titled Single Black Female 2, Simone's Revenge, premiered in 2024. Single Black Female 3, the final chapter, is produced by Swirl Films for Lifetime, Raven Goodwin, Karen Perkins, Monique Nash, Corey Williams, Eric Tomas, and Sky Ty Walker. Executive producer Kenya Ferguson directs. The script from Sarah Jones and Tessa Scott. First of all, congratulations to the franchise. Portia Williams is not a damn actor. That scripted deal that NBC Universal gave her was shit. It was shit. It was shit. It was shit. It should have went to somebody like Kim Fields, who was an actual actress. Those were guest appearances. And really, are we really going to watch somebody? I have to do it. Who did this?
It's not just feeding the hungry only on Thanksgiving. It's an everyday situation. You know what I mean? This is 265 days a year.
That is funny. 265 days? Where the hell that bitch live at?
It's not just
Gay, your guess is as good as mine. She's not an actress, y'all. She is not. She is not. I don't give a damn what her credits are. I don't give a damn if she tries to become the next Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett is Angela Bassett. Portia Williams is Portia Williams. If we see Angela Bassett in a film, we're going to go support. Portia Williams is in it. We'll wait till it comes on. Or it comes on because she's at that level. Like, come on, y'all. Are y'all really doing this? Okay. I guess. By the way, if you guys want to see that movie, that'll be coming out March 22nd, Saturday, March 22nd at 8/7 Central, only on Lifetime, everybody. Yes, indeed. And it's not just me who believes this. Look at this. The first one was a hoot. The second one was Mad Don't Get Me Started, Amber Riley Masquerade. That's a no for Nose Pierce. I'm not sure if I bought with the third. Oh My Single Black Female 3 can definitely do without Portia Williams. She would be doing a disservice to the show and the viewers. I wish they would strongly consider this decision. And I agree with M. Jones. By the way, y'all, the last comments for to go back just a minute because this is our tour. Right here, MTV was once important. Now it's a relic of a bygone era, and it's difficult to imagine the scope of mismanagement, lack of vision, lack of creativity, lack of grit anywhere else in the business world. That is facts. Innovation plus purposeful modernization equals the world around. But yes, Single Black Female 3 will be premiering Saturday, March 22nd at 7 Central, only on Lifetime. All right, y'all. Here we go from WBLS 107.5 FM, your number one source for R&B in New York City. Michael B. Jordan says he is willing to work with Jonathan Majors again. In a recent interview with Gentleman's Quarterly, Michael B. Jordan reaffirmed his support for Creed 3 co-star Jonathan Majors. Despite Majors' recent legal troubles, Jordan praised Majors for his ability to stay strong through adversity. Michael B. Jordan expressed his support for Jonathan Majors. I'm proud of his resilience and strength through it all and his handling of it. Jordan said, I'm glad he's good. That's my boy. Majors faced serious career setbacks following his December 2023 conviction for reckless assault and harassment. The verdict resulted in Marvel Studios severing ties with him, leading to his removal from Kang the Conqueror role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Despite these issues, Jordan made it clear that their bond remained strong. When asked if he would be open to working with Majors again, Jordan did not hesitate. Yes, he responded swiftly, but definitely. Jordan and Majors developed a close friendship while working on Creed 3, where Jordan made his directorial debut. Their on-screen chemistry was widely praised, and Jordan's willingness to collaborate again shows his unwavering belief in Majors' talent. Reflecting on their bond, Jordan acknowledged how difficult it was to see Majors go through such a public legal battle, but expressed relief that his friend is moving forward. It was tough to see it happen, but I was relieved to see him doing better. Jordan said to the outlet. Majors, who is now engaged to actress Amal Megan Good, is working to rebuild his career despite the controversies. Jordan remains optimistic about his friend's future in the industry. Jordan is currently focused on his own upcoming projects, including directing the Thomas Crown Affair remake and starring in Sinners, a film directed by Ryan Coogler. Meanwhile, Majors is preparing for the release of Magazine Dreams, marking his return to film, which is going to be distributed also by Zeus as well in partnership with another film distribution company. You know what? Shout out to Michael B. Jordan for standing by him. And listen, Hollywood, or Hollywood as y'all call it, is a very upside down industry, right? And listen, Michael B. Jordan has the right to do that. I think that, some people are going to be in the camp of, okay, he did the crime, he's paid his time, but then some others are going to be like, no, he did what he did. So there is that. All right, y'all, more Virtual Door Live coming at you right from the space right here, right now. From People Magazine, People.com, Phaedra Parks' ex Apollo Nida accused of cheating and abuse as wife files for divorce less than 3 years of marriage. Apollo Nida's wife, Sheridan Copes, filed for divorce 1 year of the couple separated. Former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Apollo Nida's wife has filed for divorce after less than 3 years of marriage, according to documents obtained by People. Sheridan Copes and Nida have been separated since November 2023, just over a year after they tied the knot in October 2022. Copes claimed their marriage is irretrievably broken in the February 7th divorce filing, accusing the former reality star of abuse and infidelity. Responding, I can no longer live together. There's no hope that we get back together, she stated, as the grounds for divorce. The respondent has had sexual intercourse with someone else during our marriage. She claimed, followed by the respondent has intentionally and continually observed me for at least a year. That is, what is that called? Alienation of affection. That's what it's called. Alienation of affection. In her explanation, Cope's alleged respondent has committed adultery multiple times throughout our relationship. Respondent refused to seek professional help with his mental health issues, and instead he emotionally, physically abused me and brought great emotional abuse and brought great emotional abuse to his stepdaughter. Now I'm trying to see. So for those of you who don't know what alienation of affection is a legal claim that allows a spouse to sue a third party for ruining the marriage. It's a common law tort that is mostly outdated and no longer recognized in most jurisdictions. However, it's still recognized in some states, including North Carolina. What states recognize alienation of affection? So, Hawaii, Illinois, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Utah. So those are the states. So there you go. In case you did not know, now you do. On the topic of domestic violence, or DV, Copes also requested a protective order against Nida. There's a history of physical violence by the respondent toward me, and I am afraid that the respondent will engage in further acts of violence or harassment toward me unless the court enters a temporary and permanent restraining order, she claimed. Along with a petition for divorce, Copes entered a settlement agreement signed by her and Nida on October 18th, 2024, which she requested to be incorporated into the final judgment. For the documents, both Copes and Nida have waived their rights to receive alimony and divide their marital property outside court. Nida also consented to a restraining order with a clause indicating that his cooperation was not an admission of past violence, threats, or harassment. Court date for the case to be seen by a judge has been set for March. Reps for Nida did not immediately return people's requests for comment. Nida was previously married to RHOA, Real Housewives of Atlanta star Phaedra Parks, with whom he shares 2 children. The pair got married in 2009 after Nida was released from a 6-year prison sentence on car theft charges. The pair went on to document much of their relationship on the Bravo reality series in 2014. He was once again in trouble with the law and pled guilty to conspiracy to commit mail fraud, bank fraud, wire fraud, and identity theft. He was ordered to pay $1.9 million restitution and sentenced to 8 years in prison. Parks filed for divorce in 2015, but wasn't finalized until July 2017 because a judge threw out the first settlement. But Nida claimed he wasn't properly informed of the details, and his name was repeatedly misspelled on paperwork. Nida and Copes got engaged, but he was still behind bars in 2016, and he was later released in 2019 on a shortened sentence. Well, I mean, listen. When Paula Nida got arrested for all that, I'm sure that, Phaedra has her own stories. Sometimes a leopard is still that leopard and can't change his spots. You know what I mean? So there is that. I do hope that everybody involved is okay. I hope the stepdaughter gets therapy and everything in between for that. All right. Oh, Lord. Now, wait till you hear this story. I saw this. I'm like, hold up, shorty, hold up, ish. Hold up, shorty, hold up, ish. Hold up, shorty, hold up, ish. Shout out to Sugar Mama, by the way. From Royal.com, by the way, celebrating 25 years of being a platform. Congratulations to y'all. Missouri Attorney General suing Starbucks for not hiring white males. You can't make this stuff up. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey claims that unqualified workers are causing longer waits and higher prices. The Missouri Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against coffee behemoth Starbucks, claiming that the national chain's workforce has become too female and less white. Not y'all screaming about DEI. Oh my. You do realize that white women were not recognized to vote. And it took longer for black women to be recognized, right? So it's become too female. And it's become less white. Like the Oscars were so white. Is that what we're doing? Okay, let's roll on. Starbucks is accused of discriminating against white males. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey claims that Starbucks hiring of unqualified workers who are allegedly majority female and non-white has resulted in long lines and higher prices. On Tuesday, Bailey filed the documents accusing Starbucks of discriminatory hiring practices that he wants to change to halt this blatant violation of the Missouri Human Rights Act in its tracks. It's crazy.
Meanwhile, Missouri's Attorney General has filed a lawsuit against Starbucks. The AG claims the coffee chain's diversity, equity, and inclusion practices violate federal and state law. The complaint states Starbucks is not hiring the most qualified people, resulting in slower service and higher prices. Starbucks says it disagrees with the suit and that the claims are, quote, inaccurate.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Who was that? Oh, okay. I'll check it with Sassy in just a little bit, actually. Go ahead and do that there. From his office website, Bailey wrote that Starbucks' commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI, is mere pretext for its actual commitment to unlawful discrimination. In the 59-page lawsuit citing Starbucks employment data from 2020 to 2024 as evidence. In other words, since 2020, Starbucks workforce has become more female and less white. Starbucks workforce has negatively impacted quality, the Attorney General says. Because of lack of white males, Bailey claims that the product and customer service has been compromised significantly. With Starbucks' discriminatory patterns, practices, and policies, Missouri consumers are required to pay higher prices and wait longer for goods and services that can be provided for less. Had Starbucks employed the most qualified workers regardless of race, color, sex, and national origin, the Attorney General wrote. Starbucks vehemently refutes the Attorney General. Starbucks categorically debunks the Attorney General's inflammatory claims. We disagree with the Attorney General. These allegations are inaccurate. Starbucks said in a statement that was obtained by the news station Fox 2 St. Louis, we are deeply committed to creating opportunity for every single one of our partners, employees. Our programs and benefits are open to everyone and lawful. Our hiring practices are inclusive, fair, competitive, and designed to ensure the strongest candidate for every job, every time. So here's my thing, right? How in the flying hell did you come to this conclusion, Mr. Bailey? Did you, do recon like John Taffer did, and you got a timer and be like, you know what, I'm going to wait. Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. I'm going to go to my little clock on my phone, and I'm going to go to the timer. I'm going to put it on. You know what? I'm going to put it on 20 minutes. Yeah, because then I'm going to get my coffee order right. And then you just started your timer. You just did 20 minutes right there. You just did that. Did you do that? Because really, who in the world complained to you about Starbucks? There are people breaking actual crimes, and you do a lawsuit against Starbucks because it's more female and less white? So y'all are trying to get rid of DEI, but when DEI flips on you, you want to cry. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. I simply cannot do it. Like, I simply cannot do it. Hang on, let me see if this is the right one. Here it is here. Mr. Krause, what do you have to say about this?
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin. That is serious. I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
I got such a headache. What's going on with you?
Oh, the usual. Would you get out of here?
Wait a minute. So basically, this Attorney General from Missouri, right? This Attorney General from Missouri, whose name is Andrew Bailey, basically was a Lord Farquaad. Hang on 1 second. Some of y'all know the meme that I'm about to pull up. Some of y'all know the meme I'm about to pull up. Hang on. Wait for it.
There's a mission-critical tech solution that you need to implement now if you want to succeed. And
privilege to go forth and rescue the lovely Princess Fiona from the fiery keep of the dragon. If, for any reason, the winner is unsuccessful, the first runner-up will take his place, and so on and so forth. Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Basically what the Attorney General said. Andrew Bailey from Missouri. You know what? Some of you may die, socially and otherwise, but it's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make because I do not want females and non-whites to be working at Starbucks when there are other people committing actual, factual, smacktual crimes. I can't do it. I can't do it, and I cannot do it. All right, y'all, our final destination for this evening. Good Lord Jesus, 8 destinations. And by the way, this was a bonus show. I normally don't go live on Thursday, so you guys are getting a very, very good bonus show here. Breaking news last night. If you weren't here for the TMZ Presents Saving Wendy documentary after show, please go watch that. A very, very thorough, researched, and very exploratory review. Of course, everybody talked about Kevin Jr. Stealing Wendy's money, but there was a lot more to that documentary than just that one point. Every content creator has been doing just for content, okay? All right. No disrespect to everybody, but seriously, it was a whole hour, and that's all you could really talk about. All right, so from the Jasmine brand, Wendy Williams reportedly signs document to end guardianship, seeks freedom. From the Jasmine brand, this came out a day ago. Wendy Williams has taken steps to end her guardianship. Sources confirm Wendy signed an affidavit on Wednesday requesting the judge to release her from the arraignment. The document states Wendy has regained capacity to live independently without a guardian. Wendy also denies having frontotemporal dementia, a condition previously diagnosed by doctors. In the documentary, TMZ Presents Saving Wendy is explained that frontotemporal dementia is not progressive, and Wendy's recovery is evident compared to 2 years ago. Wendy will undergo a reevaluation next Tuesday by a doctor chosen by her attorney, who file an emergency order the next day to push for the guardianship's end. If denied, Wendy intends to request a jury trial to decide whether she can manage her own life. In the documentary, Wendy describes feeling like a prisoner with no freedom, visitors, or even internet access. Saving Wendy is available for free on it is. So, like I said, congratulations to Wendy. Literally, as we were getting off of being on tour about the TMZ Presents Saving Wendy documentary, I literally said, I think that the next time we go live on tour, we will be celebrating Wendy's freedom. And then I literally went on Instagram on my phone and saw that news from the Jasmine brand there. So those are all your destinations. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations. I'm going to turn on my camera now because we're doing the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Woo! Jesus Christ, what a bonus show. You guys got actually 2 shows. The first one just it did cut out on y'all. So then I'm like, okay, do I have enough energy? Yes, I do. I'm gonna give y'all a full-fledged show because I honor my commitments when I make shows. So, like I said, I think the destination that really got to me tonight was, the dumb-ass Federal Communications Commission digging into NBC Universal when companies have the right to run their companies the way they want to. I mean, y'all running Washington try to run Black people and minorities and females out of governmental positions, right? So it literally makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? So that's just downright tattered, broken, and disgusting behavior. So y'all can do what y'all want to do, but other companies can't. So basically, it's cool. It's cool when y'all do it, but it ain't cool when we do it. So I think that's the story that got to me. The deep dive article from Variety, very, very thorough, very, very detailed, and very engaging in terms of, taking you through the history of cable and showcasing to you the pitfalls and the intricacies of why we are where we are with cable. I think cable is not going to go away because, like radio is how musicians like Beyonce, get their royalties from ASCAP and BMI. And not to mention, it helps the record labels. So radio's not going to go away. Cable's not going to go away because it helps the advertisers be able to reach us through a variety of networks. And also to the overflow content on streaming, they also get ad revenue from that as well. So very, very well done to that person from Variety, which their name is. Just want to make sure I give them credit. By Michael Schneider. Shout out to Michael Schneider from Variety there for that great article. Like I said, Single Black Female 3 coming out Saturday, March 22nd at 8/7 Central, only on Lifetime. Congratulations to K. Michelle, to Rachel Goodwin, and Amber Riley. Shout out to y'all. Portia should not be in it. I said what the hell I said. She is not an actress. Just because you put lipstick on a pig does not mean it's still a pig. Damn. She's the one who said her mental health was broken, tired, and smashed, and everything in between, and now she's coming back. And she got onto Tamron Hall for asking questions about her relationship. When Portia Williams said, "I'm a journalist," when we all know good to fuck damn well you ain't shit. Okay? All right. Just want to keep it up. Because a real journalist is Anderson Cooper, who at 19 got a fake press pass, got onto a war jet and report from a trench in the middle of a war zone. You ain't that, Portia. Neither are you, Carlos, and neither are you, Tamar Epstein Braxton. Okay? Good day. Just because you were nothing in life doesn't mean you just get to pretend that you're something in life. Like, stop that shit. Michael B. Jordan supporting Jonathan Majors. I think that's a great thing for those brothers. We will see how Jonathan Majors goes through Hollywood, of course. You know, Chris Brown, for example, won his first Emmy won his first Grammy in a very long time, and everybody was excited for it. So, you know, there is a renaissance for people, even after they've done wrong. I think that society has recognized that, okay, listen, we can make them, you know, do the time, but we also have to let them be free. And other people are like, no, you're going to always do time. So each their own there. The Attorney General in Missouri just move on to actual crimes that are being committed, because this Starbucks lawsuit is going to be shit. Like, good damn. Ever since 47 guy, the real racism that has been underground is rising to the surface, and it is like it's like World War Z. A World War R for racism, I promise you. Like I said, for Wendy to get that document, the affidavit signed, congratulations to her. Hopefully, like I said, the next time we will hear from her, she will be free for sure. And like I said, Wendy, make that amendment of that Kevin Hunter Sr. needs to find a job in 1 year. And if he does not find it, then he is cut off from you permanently. Because for that motherfucker to keep getting your money when I have to get off my behind 3 days a week to go work, and there's other men and women and even, you know, children that work as content creators, because there are children content creators. The fact that everybody works and he wants to be lazy, now he needs to be handled disrespectfully. And finally, Temptation Island. Like I said, I would never go on that show just because of the fact of like, no. I'm not going to bring my relationship that's already broken and smash it to smithereens for everybody to enjoy for entertainment. That's not cool. That's not right. And, you know, just no, because that lives with me forever. That lives with her forever. So yeah. Oh, my Lord Jesus, man. What a bonus show for you all. Like I said, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow is a brand new day. Shout out to Eddie, by the way. But no, tomorrow morning, everybody, at 11 a.m., NBC, Nissan, The Inheritance, Beyonce, Timson, Issa Rae, Kanye West, and Disney live in 13 hours at 11 a.m. It will be Valentine's Day, by the way, happy Galentine's Day to everybody as well. And listen, whether you have somebody or not, just know that you are loved and love yourself for how far you've come, but also be open to the love that is to come. Amen. Amen. So with that being said, everybody, 2 people in the building, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, this is a bonus show. And like I said, I left to go over to KEMPIRE's live and WEIGOPODCAST went to go join their live and made it do what it do. So yes, indeed, it was a very, 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 very good time. So I'll probably cover that tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Of course, I will definitely be covering that tomorrow at 11 a.m. for sure. So I'll just have to add that to the show. All right, y'all, let's get the greatday.com up here and get the daily motivator and then head on out of here. If people like you, they listen to you, but if they trust you, they'll do business with you. Oh, let me zoom in on that 2 more times. If people like you, they listen to you, but if they trust you, they do business with you. Zig Ziglar. If people like you, they'll listen to you, but if they trust you, they'll do business with you. Zig Ziglar. Very, very, very well said. It's time for the day motivator for Thursday, February 13th, 2025. Seek to understand. You know the facts. You understand the reasons. You know what it does. Do you understand how and why? Knowledge is power. Understanding carries knowledge even further to become transformative. You're eager to find out what's going on. Let that enthusiasm inspire you to put in the work so you understand all that's behind what's going on. It matters little what you have if you don't also have understanding. The whys of life extend deep and wide, and then more of them you're acquainted with, the more effective you'll be. The story that's obvious has many other stories supporting it. Delve into those stories and seek to understand all you can. Ralph Morrison. You know, I really do appreciate our show for what it is and how we're able to end it on a good note. I mean, we went from Temptation Island to Wendy Williams tonight. And what I try my very best to do with every virtual tour is I try to seek to understand the world that we live in. Now, I know that sounds very basic, but I seek to understand why there is joy and why there is sorrow. And sometimes you may not have ever experienced anything of that magnitude to care about. So you try to learn the best you can so you can become better from it. So the first thing I'll tell you about seek to understand is that if you don't have a heart to seek anything, you will never understand anything. That's the first thing I'll tell you. The second thing I will tell you about seek to understand, let that enthusiasm inspire you to put in the work so you understand all that's behind what's going on. Like I said, we talked about cable television tonight. If you understand what's happening, if you understand what did I say? If you understand the moves being made, you'll understand what's happening in front of you. So that's the second thing. That's the second thing with seek to understand. Allow yourself to know that your enthusiasm can be a tool to help you learn more, or that enthusiasm can also scare you, because enthusiasm can scare us depending on the magnitude of the subject that we're learning. And finally, the third thing, the story that's obvious has many other stories to support it. Do your research and be of your own mind. The reason why followers are followers is because they're nobodies. The reason why leaders are leaders is because they're somebody. Oh, that was good. The reason why followers are followers is because they are nobodies. The reason why leaders are leaders is because they're somebody. The reason why followers are followers is because they are nobody. The reason why leaders are leaders is because they're somebody. And with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you're doing, do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll rosters be great together. And always remember, whether you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're saying what needs to be said and still giving quality. Not because you talk about your quality, but you are about your quality. Make sure the replay is not just for you watching, not just for you listen to it, but for you to want to experience it again. I love you. I value. I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it. Receive love, you gotta give it. Receive love, you gotta give it. Whatever obstacles you have overcome, whatever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one's as proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. Finally, y'all. Whew, Jesus Christ. In all that could be happening to you, be grateful of the things that are not happening to you. And all the things that could be happening to you, be grateful for the things that are not happening to you. And all of the things that are happening to you, be grateful for the things that are not happening to you. Because I promise you this, the things that are not happening to you is probably way worse than the things that are happening to you. And I mean that in terms of where you are in life. If you're going through any pain, struggle, or anything else that's uncouth, that's disrespectful, and I pray to God Almighty, whoever you believe in, that you will overcome that, you will achieve everything that you deserve, and you will be everything that you deserve to be for yourself. Not because I told you, not because you live in a world where anything is possible, but because you can be the solution to make the impossible possible. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, and for the blessings that will wait for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, and as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. One love, much love, all love. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, we hustle all day. Yeah, we're working, let me play. You know me, work real hard, now we're ready, let's play. Ay, hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go, yeah. Hustle up, yeah. Ready, set, let's go. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder. Now get low, get low, get low, get low. Come on, drop it to the floor, yeah, drop it to the floor. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up a little louder.
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun, we've missed the excitement, we've missed the entertainment, we've missed the nightlife, but most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
enjoy your Zola. Oh, no applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
I got a question for you. What does this city know about luxury? Huh? What does a town that's been to hell and back know about the finer things in life? Well, I'll tell you. More than most. You see, it's the hottest fires that make the hardest steel. Add hard work and conviction, and the know-how that runs generations deep in every last one of us. That's who we are. That's our story. Now, it's probably not the one you've been reading in papers, the one being written by folks who've never even been here and don't know what we're capable of. Because when it comes to luxury, it's as much about where it's from as who it's for. Now, we're from America, but this isn't New York City, or the Windy City, or Sin City, and we're certainly no one's Emerald City.
This is the Motor City, and this is what we do.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. Past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day: what we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot. It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Sure. Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara,
Ginger.
Open your eyes.
Think of the one place you've always wanted to see.
magic comes from?
They say if you dream a thing more than once,
Please, please, please.
it's sure to come true.
Everything you see exists together in the great circle of life.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
In every job that must be done, there is an element of fun.
I told you she was tricky.
Life is full of possibilities. What do you want to be remembered for?
The world is in our hands, and we gotta do something with it.
I just want to say a word of thanks to all the artists, the workers, and all of you. The young and the young in heart. You helped make this dream come true.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician. General. Author. Ruler. Man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Sorry, folks, there's a breaking development. There's something down on the field.
I see that, too. What is that?
Looks like a koala or a dog or a...
They're all out there right now. They're trying to catch it. They're having a real hard time. They've got trash cans.
This guy's got no chance.
I think they got it. Nope.
Now he's gone and driving a cart. Uh-oh. Watch out for the goal. Oh. Oh, that thing is indestructible. Sorry.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.